Man, I am looking so fresh and so clean. Hey you, what up? I'm Maryam, welcome to my channel or welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna be reviewing and wear testing the new CATRICE True Skin Hydrating Foundation with hyaluronic acid. Now this is a foundation that I have tried once before, but I didn't conduct a wear test. So in today's video, I'm going to try it yet again, and I will be doing a wear test, a long wear test, just to see how it wears. This is said to be a long wearing foundation with some hyaluronic acid, so it's perfect for my very oily acne prone skin. The coverage is very full, as you can see. This is a drugstore foundation at $11, so it sounds incredibly promising. The only thing left to do for us is to actually test it out. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in this video, plus creating this cute little look that you see on my face right now, testing some newness, some makeup, new releases, etc. I got nothing else to say in this intro. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get into this review. CATRICE True Skin, Team Truth is coming for you. Okay, so CATRICE True Skin Hydrating Foundation with hyaluronic acid, long wearing foundation, full coverage foundation. The shade that I'm gonna be testing out is 046 Neutral Coffee. So the reason why I'm even filming this video is because I talked about this foundation in my previous video. I used it on one side of the face. Basically in that video, I was testing out a bunch of new makeup, and this foundation looked incredible in person and also on camera. A lot of you guys were really interested in like a full review plus a wear test. Today, we're gonna be doing just that. Plus, this is an $11 foundation. So it's shocking to me because it feels like a luxury foundation that's worth like $60, maybe $60 plus. I'm gonna test out this shade just to show you what it looks like on my skin. And if it's your first time tuning in to my channel, just know that I am oily AF is what I like to refer to myself as. I'm also acne prone, so I am looking for something that will be very long lasting. I'm looking for a foundation that will perfect my imperfections because I'm also acne prone. Just know that those are my concerns. So if you have similar concerns to mine, and if this foundation works for me, then maybe hopefully it will also work for you. This is why we're here, right? Right. This is shade 046 Neutral Toffee. Looks a little off on my face, but it's a pretty decent match to my neck. Perhaps just a little bit richer, but for some reason, when I apply it on, it kind of works. I'm also gonna test out the shade 065 Warm Cinnamon. Now this was the foundation that kind of splattered all over my shirt in my previous video. So I'm trying to be careful with this pump. Okay, this shade you can see is like just a totally different saturation level. It's just a totally different color. I am seeing that there's just a little bit of oxidization. It's oxidizing a pinch darker, but that's also because I haven't blended out the foundation. And although it's not a match right now, just wait for it. Also, before I go on, I must address the elephant in the room. So the last time that I filmed my previous YouTube video was filmed about a week ago. So I took a week off from filming. I was having a really terrible day the last time that I filmed. I kind of addressed it in the video. I talked about it. And just like the amount of support and the positive feedback that I got from you guys was so uplifting and it was so needed, I wanted to thank you so much for being so open and so transparent with me, telling me your stories and just sharing and being so amazing and so awesome. I really, really appreciate that more than you know. I am feeling better since my last video, but as I mentioned, the situation that has transpired isn't something that's gonna go away, so it's not something that can just be taken away with time. It's actually something that will take a lot of time and a lot of effort. So anyway, enough on that. Overall, you guys know I'm a very positive person. I believe in positive thinking, and so that is how I'm going to proceed going forward. All right, let's remove these swatches. Also, another personal thing about me, whenever I talk about anything that's like hard for me emotionally, I break out in hives every single time. I don't know what it is, but hives is like my thing. I also get that Asian glow from like drinking certain alcohols. I don't know what it's about, but it's my thing. Everybody has their thing, right? What's your thing? Comment below. All right, so to test out this foundation, even though I've already tried it before and I already seem to be liking it, I did try it with a new primer. So today I'm gonna reach for my beloved Essence Tinted Primer. I used the shade 30 Medium Beige, and I'm just gonna apply that to my face as I do. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, I have this crazy horn on my forehead. I never get breakouts on my forehead, but when I do, they are so painful. All right, blending out my primer. Funny enough, until I discovered this primer from Essence Cosmetics. I was constantly getting Essence confused with CATRICE. Like the name sounds similar, they both end with CE, they're both drugstore brands, kind of have very similar looking packages, very similar products, and I was constantly like forgetting what's the product that I like from CATRICE or was it from Essence? But after I discovered this primer, it solidified the brand Essence for me. But CATRICE also has some promising products, and this foundation, even though I've never conducted a wear test on this foundation, and I don't yet know how well it wears on one of those long wearing days, this foundation, you guys, is so promising. Primer is on, face is looking better. I'm gonna apply this 046 Neutral Toffee. I do believe that this shade leans a little bit more olive than their warm. Their warm leans a pinch saturated and just a pinch orange. So for me, the neutral works a little bit better. Okay, I'm almost afraid to use the pump. I'm gonna like lean back and really apply that. I'm gonna lean back again. Whew. Here we go. Yeah, so not like the greatest pump, kind of just spurts, spits, splats the product, but you know, we'll let it slide. To apply the foundation, I'm gonna use my IT Cosmetics Love is the foundation brush. I've talked about this one before. I do believe I found it on like Beauty Bay or one of those non-American websites, even though IT Cosmetics is an American brand, but you can no longer find this brush. So if I'm able to find it, I will link it because it's such a cute, just like keepsake type of brush. I'm gonna move my mirror away and just like show you how beautiful this coverage is, how flawlessly it applies. Even though it's my first time using it with this primer, I do think that it's a little bit harder to apply over this primer than over the Dominique Cosmetics Serum Primer that I used in my previous video. That one had just like a little bit more slip and slide, so the foundation really just slid on, literally. But in this case, it feels a little bit grippier, so it's not a problem at all, but I do want to mention it. Okay, this coverage is so flawless and so full. I didn't apply it under my eye, which is why you can still see my freckles. I didn't apply it onto my nose. Just gonna use whatever's remaining on the brush to kind of just stipple it on. But wow, the skin looks absolutely airbrushed. There's no flaws. Yes, the shade match could be better, but it's not as off as the swatch, right? It's not as drastic of a difference between my neck and my face. Somehow it's working out. All right, let's head on to the forehead. Let's attempt to cover up these animals over here. I'm gonna try very carefully going around my brows since they are already set in place. Man, do you see that coverage? Where did the animals go? Where are the animals? No, the coverage on this is truly impressive. Definitely reminds me a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury, yeah, Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation, that one, yeah. Like that full coverage. Also reminds me of the Dior Forever Foundation. I mean, guys, this is impressive. The finish is absolutely matte AF, but it's not highlighting and it's not clinging to any of my imperfections. In fact, it looks very smoothing on the skin, probably because of that hyaluronic acid, which my skin really tends to love. For my concealer today, I'm gonna be using this Pure 4-in-1 Sculpting Concealer. This is a relatively new product, and I kind of forgot about it. It's just been sitting here in my cart. First time using this one. The shade that I'm using here is MG2, Medium Golden 2, and my foundation in the Pure 4-in-1 Love Yourself foundation is MG5, so I'm just going a few steps down so that I can brighten my face, but I'm sticking to my golden undertone with the G, M medium, G golden. I'm gonna let that sit on my face for a sec, specifically in the under eye area, but I am gonna blend out the nose and right here in between the brows because I don't want this to be looking like lines when it sets. I want everything to be seamless. Okay, the coverage on this is pretty nice too, huh? Oh, that just gave me some much needed brightness in between my brows. Love that for me. Let's go to the chin. All right, let's blend out that concealer. Wow. I feel like, although this is a CATRICE foundation video, I'm like discovering Pure's 4-in-1 concealer and I'm loving it. So wow, a 2-for-1 in this video. I mean, let's see how they all wear. Let's see how they pair together. But so far, this is really nice. Granted, my skin is on the good side. I don't really need much concealing or much coverage considering the current state of my skin. But still, did you see how it covered up that animal on my forehead? And this concealer is also just pairing so nicely with this foundation. Wow. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. These two are very matte together. I wouldn't actually necessarily wear this foundation with this primer. Again, I feel like together it becomes almost difficult to blend out this foundation because there is no slide. The fact that it works so nicely over a serum foundation like Dominique Cosmetics is just like something to note, you know? Although this isn't bad, like my skin looks absolutely flawless. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It looks really, really good. But it was easier to apply this foundation over a slimy, slippery primer, but slimy too. Just the glide was better, you know? Does that make sense? I hope so. Powder. Yes, I am gonna set everything lightly. Gonna use my ELCIE Cosmetic Setting Powder for the under eye. This is an oldie but a goodie. I used to reach for it a lot, like back in 2019, I would say, when it came out. And it's still such a great product. The shade that I use is translucent. I'm someone who likes translucent setting powders, especially for the under eye, because I feel like once I found the concealer that brightens and matches well to my foundation or to my face, I don't want to add any more color. I just want to set it with a sheer veil, which is why I always go for translucent powder for my under eye. Like something without an undertone. And then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. A lot of people ask me for a dupe for this powder, but truly I have not found a dupe. This powder is unique, it's one of a kind, and it is, in my opinion, the best. The shade that I'm using right now is shade 2. Just gonna set this foundation, kind of just add that veil to lock it in place, but lightly, you know, not crazy. I'm not baking, I'm just smoothing down my pores, you know, because I do have a problem with my pores. Like I said, I'm oily and acne prone, so pores plus acne plus oils go hand in hand. I'm gonna lightly set my forehead, lightly set my lids, my nose. So this to me does not feel dry on my face. But if you're not as oily as I am, perhaps all of these steps might feel a little tight for you. Next, let's do a little sun-kissed bronze moment from JACLYN Cosmetics. I'm gonna use this Wander Beauty, Wander with an A, dual-ended brush. One for the bronzer side. And again, I'm trying not to go in heavily, even though I just did. Just wanna give it a little bit of that color, a little bit of that chisel, a little bit of that bronze moment. Oh, no, wrong. And then let's give it a little bit of that sun-kissed moment. Okay, wanna see my skin up close? I do. I need my phone. Forehead. Hey. I mean, how good does that look? Look at that. That's very pleasing. Very pleasing indeed. All right, so now let's finish up this look. Thinking let's do a little Artist Couture Ethereal Bloom. Man, you are so annoying. And by you, I mean me. Literally didn't pack any eyeshadow brushes into my little bin over here. Come on, girl. I'm gonna use this Eco Tools angled crease brush. I think it's the only eyeshadow brush that I have in here. I'm gonna go for the shade Eternity real quick. Woo, pigmented. Just like to give myself a bit of a something. You know what else I got? I got this Milk Makeup Color Chalk. I also got some Electric Glossy Lip Plumper with Sichuan Pepper. Okay. It's like actual chalk. I guess you're supposed to remove this level thing here. Okay, so confused. How are you supposed to apply this? Are you kidding me? This is barely there. God, Milk Makeup, you're doing it again. I am just perplexed by the audacity of these gimmicks, man. Ugh, kidding me? There's absolutely no color payoff. This is bull. Why? Why did I decide to do this in this video? I was supposed to have a good day. It's okay. Now you know this is terribly wacky. Barely see it on my lids. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna grab my JACLYN Cosmetics Mesmerized highlighter. Just gonna pop that to the center of this lid. This is what I was going for. I was going for a very subtle but visible hint of light that I did not get with that Milk Makeup product. Even though it's so viral, I've heard so many people talking about it. All right, done. Well, while we're at it, might as well add some highlighter, like actual highlighter. Onto my cheekbones, yes. Should we give Milk Makeup another chance? Kind of want to try their Electric Glossy Lip Plumper. Just 4 shades. Let's go for the shade Buzzed. Packaging's cute. Okay, allow formula to absorb for 1 minute for the maximum tingling sensation. Okay. Oh, color is gorgeous though. I love it. But that chalk, girl, that chalk. Obviously I hadn't tried the other colors, but the gold! The gold is supposed to be the most vibrant and probably the easiest to formulate. I don't know how they it up. Okay, this is a cute little glaze. I'm not feeling any tingling sensations just yet, but I'll let you know. In the meantime, let me just curl my lashes. Let me just get on with my life. Ooh, starting to feel the tingles, starting to feel the plump. Not too crazy though. Not like the Too Faced lip plumpers. Those lip injection extremes are probably the most extreme plumpers that I've ever tried. They're actually like the only ones that I use, but I am starting to feel some type of, something's happening. It is more of like a buzzing feeling than a tingling feeling. Ooh. Anyway, Wet n Wild Big Poppa Mascara that I love. This isn't a waterproof formula, but it does not smudge on my eyes. It does not clump. It builds up really nicely and it wears all day. And I'll show you in today's wear test. Yo, what is actually happening to my lips though? The tingling is pretty crazy. Do you actually see them plumping though? Because I don't. How bomb is this mascara though? Yes, please. And only $6? Oh, and speaking of this mascara, I actually have a code, a limited time offer with Wet n Wild. Get 20% off by using the code Poppa Maryam at checkout, and this is 20% off your entire purchase if you purchase the Big Poppa Mascara. So I think that's pretty bomb. And no, this video is not in partnership with them, but I absolutely love the mascara, which is why I keep reaching for it, because it's so good. Also, you guys know I would never partner with a brand on a product that I didn't 100% believe in. Okay, I'm gonna stop with my lashes. I feel like this is one of those mascaras, because it's so buildable, you can really go overboard. And when I say overboard, I mean overboard in a good way. You could truly build up those lashes to the heavens, or at least all the way up to your brows. I'm gonna stop now. Put the wand down, Maryam. This is enough. All right, so here is the look. Here's what it looks like on the face. I am quite pleased. I feel like I'm ready for some Zoom meetings. Like, let's get this done, okay? Or at least I'm ready for some TikToks. Overall, I really like the way that my face is looking. I like my skin. I like my pores. I love my forehead. I don't see any of my breakouts. Just everything looks very clean, very fresh, very well put together. My skin looks flawless. It looks airbrushed in the monitor. I don't know how it's looking on film just yet, but I can't complain. So the only thing left for us to do is to wear this foundation and see how it wears. So let's cue in some of that good old time warping music for that 8-hour wear test. Let's hit it. Right. 8 hours later, here we are with the wear test, and I'm shook. I'm actually shook looking at my reflection right now. Look at this skin. You guys, look at this skin. I am truly, truly impressed and perplexed. Is it possible that this foundation is looking better after 8 hours of wear than when I first applied it on? Is it possible? Could this really be the case here? I mean, these are the thoughts that are running through my head as I'm looking at my reflection, as I'm looking at my skin, which looks so flawless for me that I am honestly very shocked. I was not expecting this kind of a wear test. I was not expecting my skin to look this pretty, this smooth, and this flawless. This is as flawless as my skin could ever possibly look, and I am here for this wear test. You guys, CATRICE has come through, has come all the way through. All right, let's actually zoom in and let's observe everything. So this is my forehead. You remember I had 2 big pimples here. You can kind of see the pimple here, but this is me coming really, really close to the camera. And from far away, you can't really even tell that it's there. The coverage is flawless. The texture is so beautiful. It's skin perfecting. Yes, I do see some oil seeping through on my forehead, but it's not ugly. It actually, I think, looks kind of flattering, almost like a nice dewy effect. I don't see any oil on my cheeks whatsoever, nothing on my chin, nothing on my nose. Everything looks really, really good. And I'm really happy. I mean, this is an $11 foundation, and it actually reminds me of a foundation that I really love, and a foundation that's also formulated, infused with hyaluronic acid. The Orsay foundation that I reviewed around November, December. This foundation is $90, you guys, and this is $11. The finish, I would even say the color that I'm wearing is very, very similar. The ingredients are not the same, but they have some similarities, and I I have no words. I don't even know what more to say other than this has been an extremely successful wear test. I was on my Insta story about an hour ago. I had 1 hour left to this wear test, and I just was looking at myself in my reflection. I was so excited for this video to come out because I could not wait to share this $11 secret to flawless skin and literal, actual, long-wearing, full coverage foundation. What? You guys, I think my reaction says it all. This just might be my best, latest, greatest discovery of 2020. This just might be the best drugstore foundation of 2021. CATRICE, congratulations, you did it. This is an awesome foundation and I'm going to continue reaching for it. I'm going to continue wearing it if it's going to continue giving me these results. Wow. I will say this staying power was probably due to the fact that I paired it with this Essence My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer that I love so much. I did find that this foundation wasn't gliding on as easily. There was definitely some grip, and the two products made it almost bulletproof. I mean, listen, this is the wear test. This is what the skin looks like. The camera doesn't lie. It is what it is. And I'm here for this. So with that said, you guys, I'm really excited. I'm gonna keep reaching for this foundation. Let me know if you've tried it. I wanna hear your thoughts. On that very, very happy and positive note, I am going to zoom on out so that you can check out my next couple of videos, a video that you may like, and my most recent video. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.